It is so dang hard to become a financial professional in 2024. What designations do you choose? And what education provider do you use? Do you start your own firm? Do you work for a broker-dealer? I've helped hundreds of aspiring financial professionals and career changers make these decisions, and that's what we're gonna cover in today's video. Let's go. Hey, it's Dom, founder of the RIA Launch Advisor Growth Academies, and I help my clients reach their full potential as financial professionals to launch their firms, grow their books of business, or even begin careers as financial professionals. Let's get into the 5 reasons though it's so dang hard to become a financial professional in 2024. Reason number 1. The first reason it's so hard to become a financial professional in 2024 is because there's no real definition of what a financial professional is. There are so many people using financial advisor, financial coach, financial planner as a job title. It's really hard to understand what all those terms actually mean. You see, your research for this could be all over the place. I've often been quoted as saying, if you ask 10 random people what a financial advisor does, you will likely get 10 different answers. And even now, that's why I'm using the term financial professional instead of something else. That could mean anyone from your bank teller to a life insurance agent to a certified financial planner. So the solution here is to do your homework. Understand what role you're getting into. Talk to other financial professionals that are doing similar things that you want to do. The second reason it's so hard to become a financial professional in 2024 is because it's really competitive. Or is it? After you do your research, you should find out that being a financial professional is actually not a winner-take-all competition. You can actually have significant impact on the people you serve, and it be financially rewarding for you without the drama of making it a competition. Done the right way, you'll accomplish both. So the solution here is don't play the competition game. There's about 10 firms that control 60% of all wealth to be managed. And this may mean for you that instead of working for the broken dealer, you may choose to work for an independent registered investment advisory firm or an RIA, or even start your own. The third reason it's so dang hard to become a financial professional in 2024 is because you're doing it alone. Now, when you play the competition game, you also aren't involving others in your journey. Now, I've talked to hundreds of aspiring financial professionals and career changers over the years that just needed for me to share a little perspective of how they could find their tribe within the industry. So there's the solution. Find your tribe. There are so many things that you can do when it comes to solving this. You can join a professional organization, you can find a mentor, or you can do both. And speaking of mentorship, this is a very important topic, and I've got an entire private community where I'm sharing tips and strategies and just my 2.5 decades of experience that will help you reach your full potential as a financial professional. Thinking about the CFP exam, maybe launching a firm, or changing careers, we've got you covered. So be sure to check down in the description for a free link to join the community. Now, let's hop into these last couple of reasons. Fourth reason why it's so dang hard to become a financial professional in 2024 is because you haven't primed your profile. What do I mean by that? Well, if you fish with the wrong type of bait, you won't catch as many fish as if you fish with the right kind of bait. So look, when I'm talking to a career changer and he or she is, frustrated due to a bad experience, maybe in an interview or something like that, their frustration stemmed from the fact that they didn't have their expectations met. There was a gap between what they expected and what actually took place in the interview. And perhaps they had a picture in their mind of what the role was going to be. But in the interview, they were just asked how many people they knew and could they sell. So when a firm's culture doesn't match the job description, realize that this is a research issue. And not that recruiters don't lie, be careful of what you portray on your profile and digital footprint. Make sure it is primed for what you actually want, which means that you should know what you actually want. Elements that could and should demonstrate to the industry what you're all about, what you're looking for in a role, and the skills you bring to the table, just for starters. So the solution here, make sure you prime your online presence. Now, the fifth and final reason it is so dang hard to become a financial professional in 2024 is because you're probably looking in the wrong places for opportunities. Let's stay with the fishing analogy. If you've ever gone fishing, you might notice that there are areas of the fishing spot that seem to be a little bit more crowded than others, and that's because the fish are biting there. Similarly, you won't likely find the opportunity of a lifetime in the dead end of the fishing area. So that means that if you want to become a financial professional, you need to show up at industry events, whether locally or regionally. Show up in environments that will get you noticed. Show up in environments where people are looking for candidates like you. For instance, the CFP Board of Standards holds an annual event called the Diversity Summit. They're changing it up a bit this year and combining it with another event in the fall called the CFP Board Connections Conference. It's going to be held from September 29th to October 1st in Washington, D.C. Now, personally, I believe this is a great event for you to come and learn more about the financial services profession. Also, the Financial Planning Association, or FPA, has local chapters in most metropolitan areas, and they usually have monthly meetups. Now, these organizations, although they have corporate sponsors, they're not as biased, and they will present you really excellent opportunities for the right kind of candidate. So the solution here, make sure you attend the right type of industry events. Now, all of these are legitimate reasons that it can be difficult, if not impossible, to break into the financial services industry as a financial services professional. I've talked to hundreds of people in the same spot as you over the years, and I know your pain. I feel it. But it really boils down to just this. I was telling a coaching client the other day that he was his biggest obstacle to getting to the next level at this point in his career. Although he had success, he wanted more. But he also admitted to being afraid of taking the next step. And here's why. Because he's told himself things before and he didn't keep his word to himself. And so now he's caught in this loop of indecision because he's not confident that he won't do the same thing again, which is fail. Now, this is what happens when you and I fail in life, and we allow failure to be a state of mind instead of a point in time. What you must realize is that any belief in a future outcome is untrue because it hasn't happened yet. So in fact, you're just telling yourself a story. Now here's the key. You have a choice if you want to put energy and resources behind a negative or a positive story. In the case of my client, he was putting too much energy behind a negative story for an outcome he didn't want in his future. And my question and challenge to him and you is to place all your energy into a positive outcome, one that you actually want. And if you master that, my friend, you'll have everything you need to overcome all the reasons it is so dang hard to become a financial professional in 2024. Listen, now that you know why it's so dang hard to become a financial professional in 2024, you may think you're done, but there are actually several more things you need to know, and I've created an entire self-paced course for you to get started. You can find that link down below in the description, and be sure to check out the playlist on your screen right now for more videos on this topic. I'm Dom, and I'll see you in the next video.